Joining me now is Daniel Turner, Power the Future Executive Director. Daniel, always great to have you on, and today is the perfect day to have this conversation. You know, it's kind of a slap in the face to the oil industry here, as some of those executives were alluding to, that President Biden is over in Saudi Arabia, a known human rights abuser, and he's talking about energy issues with them. He wants them to boost their output when we could be doing so much here at home. But what that gentleman pointed out in one of the sound bites is so important, that even if there was a reversal of policy, right, and he went against the extreme left and said, okay, I'm going to let you drill, I'm not going to attack you, I'm not going to tax you anymore, it still would take 12 to 18 months to get things going. And the problem that Biden is in right now is that he needs a quick fix. He needs barrels on the market right now to get us out of this jam.
Yeah, one of the things that's fascinating about this industry is that it really takes a while to come online, but it can be shut off very quickly. President Trump was inaugurated in 2017. We really didn't hit our peak of energy under his administration until the beginning of 2019. Mm-hmm. And that was with an administration that was incredibly favorable, allowing the industry to produce. So you're absolutely right. If Biden reversed course, it would send initial signals to the markets. There would be a little bit of comfort and security, but the real production increases that would ultimately lead to sustained lower prices, we're years away from that. And so, yeah, there is not a bright future in the next couple of years.
And a lot of folks out there are saying, why are you making a deal with the Saudis or trying to? Why are you going to Venezuela when we could have been doing it here if you wouldn't have done this? This administration, whether it's inflation, whether it's the supply chain crisis, whether it's the energy crisis that we're going through right now, wants to accept responsibility for nothing. It hasn't said that this is its fault, right? It hasn't said that it's kowtowing to the extremists in its party who essentially want to try to flick a switch and make sure that, our country turns green. We can't go to green energy overnight. We know that. You know that. And I know that. And this is why Americans are paying so much at the pump right now and suffering. And so using a backdoor and letting Saudi Arabia control this, to me, in so many ways, not even from an energy standpoint, but from a national security standpoint, it's so dangerous, Daniel.
Absolutely. For our whole lives, we've heard talks on TV shows, on programs like yours, about tensions in the Straits of Hormuz, tensions in the Persian Gulf. All of that is because of tankers of oil going through that region that are being attacked, usually by the Iranians, and they're all headed to America because we've needed that oil, right? For a very short period of time in 2018, 2019, really with a lot of leverage, it didn't matter what happened in the Middle East, right? It didn't matter what the Iranians thought, what the Saudis pledged, because we didn't need them. But now we're back to the situation where we are dependent upon them, where we're asking them for favors. And if you're Saudi Arabia, why would you produce more money? I got to think, they're not necessarily friends of the Biden administration, despite the fist bump. If you're King Salman, if you're Mohammed bin Salman, why would you want to bail out Joe Biden, who's called you a pariah? Yeah. Why would you want to produce more oil and reduce your own profits? So they're not going to come to America's aid.
They don't, Daniel. As a matter of fact, they keep saying, well, there are going to be demand issues. There are going to be, the U.S. is going into recession. All of these excuses, all of these reasons not to increase production, because quite frankly, their break even for a barrel of oil is so much higher than ours, because all of the spending of the kingdom is funded by the oil industry there. Our break even is in the 30s, theirs is in the 70s. And so they love having higher prices. And yet we're trying to get them to bring the price down. I mean, none of it makes any sense. But as always, Daniel Turner, great to see you. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.